Hi, I'm Michelle Levesque. I'm a Canadian that booked a flight to go from Canada to Ghana. I used Flighthub. Unfortunately, they sold me flights that did not exist. It created a huge problem. They never responded and gave me absolutely zero customer service. So I am now seeking compensation through my credit card. I will never use Flighthub again. I recommend you don't either. I booked a flight to go from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, to Accra, Ghana, which is in Africa. I have my itinerary right here, and I was to leave Winnipeg on July the 7th and arrive in Accra the next day. My first flight was going to start at 12:25 p.m., so that's just 25 minutes after noon. I think a day or two before that, they sent me a change. I'm unable to find the link on my Gmail, but I think I had to be there like at 5 or 7 in the morning. It was quite a huge change, so I scrambled to get there. When I went to check in, they looked at the agenda and they said, because of COVID, there are no flights and haven't been any flights out of Toronto to New York for many, many months. There's no such a flight. It doesn't exist. They've been all canceled. And I went, what? The long and the short of it is they tried their best to get me there, but it didn't work, okay? So I lost all the monies for that leg of the flight. And I then proceeded to try to contact Flighthub. I was more than furious. You have no idea what it took to obtain a visa to go to Ghana, and a PCR test and everything else that was involved. My wife was waiting for me to come and meet her there. I booked Airbnb accommodations in Accra. I had a number of things to cancel. It was very difficult to try to get a hold of her. I ended up 2 weeks later flying with a different, I went and purchased, can I mention the airline I used? I went with KLM. I mean, I was more than satisfied. I was told by the people in the Canadian airports, do not do a third party or second party when you want to travel. Go with the airline, book it through the airline. Flighthub has been known to have really poor customer service. I tried to email them. I tried to call. I've got a copy of this email. I'll read it to you. It says, your message couldn't be delivered to customer care at flighthub.com. Their inbox is full or it's getting too much mail right now. Can you imagine a company that can't accept your emails? I waited hours each time on the phone. Never was I ever answered. It was frustrating. Out of curiosity, I think a week later, I pretended to try to book a flight with this company, Flighthub. Not too sure where the call center is. I don't even want to mention the accent that this person has, but I doubt it was in Canada. And they proceeded to want to sell me the same flight again. And I said, do you not realize that because of COVID, there's been certain flights that have been canceled for months and months and months, like a year's worth? Oh, sir, by the time you come back, I'm sure everything will be fine. And I go, yeah, but you can't even get me there. So I just hung up on him and I thought, you know what? This company is not updating their flights, their website, or anything. They're just happy to take your money and you get no service at all. I can tell you what actions I did take, though, to get some sort of satisfaction. I called my credit card company. They said to file a complaint. So I had all of these papers to put in an envelope. I even sent a registered letter to Flighthub complaining. No reply, nothing at all. So my credit card company has promised me full reimbursement, and hopefully in the next week or two, I'll see that on my statement. If not, I'll keep pursuing them. I'm happy with my credit card company. I've had a few fraudulent charges over the years, and they've always taken good care of me. So that's sort of the nuts and bolts of my experience with Flighthub. I did use them a few years ago. They are competitive with their price. But after this, never. And I've quietly asked some people in the industry, and they go, oh, not a good company to deal with at all. Very poor customer service. If you happen to book a flight with them and you save some dollars, great. But you better be sure that, especially with COVID now, that those flights actually exist. I'd like to shame and embarrass this company. Advertising brings in money. Secondly, I would like to spare anyone the problems of booking and arranging everything and then to have it fall apart. That was just atrocious for me. So I just want to do something kind for somebody else. If I can keep somebody else from making my mistake, booking flights that don't exist, it's really hard to check to see that, are they going to fly from Toronto to New York? I don't know. I think if I look at my itinerary, it was Delta. Delta was not flying from Toronto to New York. I don't know if they've resumed it or not. I mean, there's international travel that is picking up now, but I don't know if that flight exists yet or not. And I wasn't going to take a chance because I have intentions of flying back in the near future. I was very happy with KLM. I have flown with Brussels. Both of those are two companies that I would say you're going to get great service if you go from Canada to Europe to Africa. I have flown both, and I've always been treated very well by both. Well, the best or the optimum would be for an apology from Flighthub and for them to reimburse me personally. I don't believe that will happen since they never even responded to a registered letter. So the best resolution will be that my credit card company will reimburse me, and I don't know where they get the money from. If they grab it back from Flighthub, or they just call it the cost of business and keeping me as a customer to use their credit card.